Hello and welcome to our cruising video, which will focus on our experiences over the years with Royal Caribbean. However, we're going to start in 2010. This was our first cruise and it was on Carnival Conquest. We absolutely enjoyed our time on the Carnival Conquest, but the following year in 2011, we changed things up and tried a 7-night Western Caribbean cruise on Royal Caribbean's Mariner of the Seas. This turned out to be a perfect opportunity to compare cruise lines. And at this point, I had no idea there was anything called a FlowRider. Plus, at the time, the Mariner of the Seas did not actually have a FlowRider. It would be another few years before the Mariner of the Seas would undergo a retrofit that added what was to become my absolute favorite feature, the FlowRider. This picture here shows all the cruises we've taken since 2010, and you'll notice Royal Caribbean is a clear winner. Ultimately, the FlowRider is what determines our choice of cruise lines. Okay, maybe that is what determines it for me, but my wife's only request, a room with a view, that is, a balcony room. After our 2011 cruise on the Mariner of the Seas, we weren't necessarily loyal to any particular cruise line, but in 2015, all of that would change for me. In 2015, we sailed on the Liberty of the Seas and experienced the FlowRider for the first time. That's really when I fell in love with this attraction. I still don't think I knew anything about a FlowRider on this ship or even what it was, but I quickly found out and got hooked. Riding the FlowRider has two options. Boogie boarding, where you lie on a small board and ride the waves, perfect for beginners like me, or the stand-up surfing. Before sharing my FlowRider experience though, let me show you how it's meant to look.
So my mind will be staying on you. No room, no room, no room, no room. There is no more room. Your mind is full of me. So my mind.
Okay, now that you've seen how it's supposed to be done, pretend you didn't see this because my attempt will pale in comparison. I tried both the boogie boarding and the stand-up, but as you'll see, maybe I should just stick with boogie boarding. It's much closer to the ground, therefore, the fall doesn't hurt quite as much. Towards the end of this 7-night cruise, I was even able to convince Gail to do it with me. Although it looks like it started off rough for her, in the end, she did a great job and had a blast. On our next experience with Royal Caribbean, it involved another 7-night Caribbean cruise, this time accompanied by 2 of our grandchildren, Alex and Autumn, as well as Gail's parents. As on our previous cruise, I participated in both boogie boarding and stand-up surfing. However, my attempt at stand-up surfing ended up much like before. The balance was simply not there, and I quickly ended up face first in the water. On the boogie board, I was able to slightly improve, even was able to get up on my knees, although it remained somewhat challenging. Much to our delight, our grandson Alex, age 9, joined me in on the FlowRider and performed wonderfully. And how could we possibly forget? On this cruise, we celebrated Autumn's 4th birthday. Happy birthday, Autumn! Ready for another cruise? Absolutely. In 2023, we set sail on the Allure of the Sea, one of Royal Caribbean's larger ships, which features 2 FlowRiders, one reserved for boogie boarding and the other FlowRider just for stand-up. It's been about 6 years since I last tried the FlowRider, and surely my skills are not any better, but I still gave both a shot with similar results. I still couldn't stay upright on the stand-up for long, although it was worth every minute. Previously, both Gail and Alex had joined me on the FlowRider, and this time, Gail's dad Roger and her brother Ted were eager to give it a try. Everyone did such a great job, and it looked like everyone enjoyed the experience. In 2024, Gail and I went on 3 Royal Caribbean cruises. First up, Voyager of the Seas. Having tried the FlowRider in 2023, this made me a little more confident, though my stand-up attempts ended up much the same again. I wiped out over and over again. It has been several months since our cruise on the Voyager of the Seas, yet the enthusiasm for cruising remains strong. We have now embarked on another journey, this time aboard the Navigator of the Seas, departing from Los Angeles. While there may be some similarities to previous experiences, a notable difference is that I did not participate in stand-up activities. Although I was interested, I ultimately decided against it. The mind said yes, but the body said no. Nonetheless, I thoroughly enjoyed engaging in boogie boarding and took the opportunity to explore additional activities on this ship, including ice skating and mini golf. Our final cruise of 2024 is set for December with nearly the whole family, 17 people in total aboard Royal Caribbean's Harmony of the Seas. Harmony of the Seas is one of 6 Oasis-class ships. So far, Gail, Alex, Roger, and Ted have joined me on the FlowRider, and now Autumn and Reagan are adding their names to the list. Well done, girls, though you're starting to outshine me. Oh, to be young again. The 2024 cruising season was amazing, and as we move into 2025, we look forward to returning aboard the Harmony of the Seas. Our experience on this ship in 2024 left a lasting impression, so let's do it again. The FlowRider continues to be a strong attraction in my book, but it's only for when we're cruising. 20 minutes up the road from where we live is a water park with a FlowRider, but I'm simply not drawn to go there. It's turned into a special event that's left exclusively for when we're cruising. During this cruise, I opted out of the stand-up, but absolutely enjoyed the boogie boarding experience all over again. All right, time for our last cruise in 2025. We're headed back to LA to enjoy some time on the Ovation of the Seas. It seems like we've been on a lot of Royal Caribbean ships, and we have. However, we have only been on 7 out of the 29 in the current fleet as of 2025. We've been on the Liberty of the Seas twice, along with twice on the Harmony of the Seas. Okay, on to the FlowRider. Pretty much the same thing. However, a big change. I did take some stand-up lessons. Did they help, you ask? Sure. I think they help with my confidence level, but if the balance is not there, the balance is not there. However, because of the instruction, I was able to stand up for about 1 minute. Hooray for me! Will I try it again? Probably will, so stay tuned for more to come.